Can I slice? I can. I was curious. So yeah, you can cut your head off on the rotor. Alright, hello out there. Welcome to another Steam Controller Profile overview video. I'm excited for this one. I know these videos tend to be a little on the boring, extra rambly side, but the profile is fairly complicated and robust. So this is really just to give you a quick understanding of how it all works and to show you, what you can achieve with a Steam controller. Just as a caveat before we start, if you were looking for gameplay highlights, this is not that kind of video. This is really just a technical overview of my profile. I'm hoping to also upload some gameplay. I've been putting in a lot of time with this, getting pretty good with it, getting comfortable. It's very playable, so yeah, I'm loving the game, so I will probably upload gameplay. Just, search my channel, give me a couple weeks. But yeah, this one is just an overview. So let's dive right into it. Basic first-person shooter stuff, aim down sights, fire, right, triggers, obviously. Movement, basic WASD to the stick. One thing I do want to mention, kind of right off the bat, that people seem to forget in a lot of my profiles. I have the tilts for lean. So let's, yeah. When you're up against cover, it pops out more. And you'll feel a little thunk of the haptics. It's Q and E tilting. So we have that. Left trigger is right mouse, aim down sights, hold, which is the full trigger, is sprint, is a shift to hold your breath. Well, yeah, and that grip is reload. I have that only as reload, so you can hold it to check your ammo. The other left grip is click for crouch, hold for prone. Right pad click is melee. If you hold it, that's well, before I'll explain that. Get at it. So you can hold it to do the bayonet charge. I went with I was kind of going with a Battlefield preset here, so a lot of people like grenade up here, but I put it on left bumper like the Battlefield, so we can hold it, and now, just if you wanted to cook it, it's that middle, it's the melee button. And then also, if you switch to your grenade, through up and down is mouse wheel. So if you switch to the grenade and then middle mouse button, which is the right pad click, that's an underhand throw. Oh god! Face buttons, A is jump, X is reload, and hold it is use. Or bandage. It's always finicky to get there. Hold it. So now I got that. And up and down is the mouse scroll, so that's metering the scopes. Hold X is F to disengage. Y is switch to your sidearm. Tap it, it's just 2 to go to your sidearm. Hold it, go back to 1. So it's just a quick switch to your sidearm. B, push it once to drop. So then I would hold X to pick it back up. Hold it, that toggles your voice chat. Hey, look at that little needle. Baby, hey, hey. Hold it again to turn that off. What else? Yeah, so as I was saying, I was trying to copy a Battlefield style. So click it once is to spot targets. Hold it, brings up your social. And there's a modifier on this. So while you're holding this, click the, just because it was awkward, I use my index finger for bumpers and triggers, so I wanted a modifier. So you can click the right pad for mouse.
Eat shit, VC!
That's not very nice.
Run, VC, I'm coming for you! Hey, Charlie, you can call me John Wayne!
You can call me John Wayne! What else? What can we say here?
Nice. Thanks.
Nice. So, D-pad, up and down, as I've said, was mouse scroll. Left is C, which is a modifier. It's bayonet. It can be tripod, some other crap. Yeah, that's left. Right is to change your fire mode. Click once is a tactical overview. That toggles that. Hold it, brings up your map. And from here you could click again to give yourself the cursor. Or take it off. And mouse scroll up the map. Click and hold, takes it back down. The other peculiar thing is... this one's a little weird. I'm trying something a little different with this one. So double click the right grip, modifies the left pad, and we get a touch menu. Let me get that out of the way. And we have a touch menu. So you can vote yes or no, which comes up often online. Change the seats. That's just a cycle between 1 through 9. Well, 1 through 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. You could click to hold in your voice, change the voice channel, ordering, and command. So let's go to order. So you hold it.
I need heavy artillery. These coordinates.
So then we can go and see, I marked that on my map. So we got the order, the command widget.
Follow my lead, soldier.
I think that covered most of that. So yeah, double click. Gives you a touch menu. Hold right bumper for your social stuff. Click it once to mark a target. Okay, so then before, I have a whole separate action set for helicopters, but before I would dive into that, I added in a full action set for sprinting just to try to give this a console feeling toggle sprint. So if we're going forward, we click in the stick, and now I'm running. And now I'm not running. So I click it as long as I'm holding the stick. As long as I'm holding the stick forward, he's running. As soon as I let go of the stick, it's going back. It's way more complicated explaining it than how it feels playing it. It feels fairly seamless, but as you can see, just to give you an idea, if you ever wanted to try to do something like this, I have the click goes to run, Forrest, run! So in run, Forrest, run, I just bound. Forward is, a multi-button toggle of W and Shift. And then, on a release press, it goes back to default, with a small fire and a delay. That... I go into more detail on this if you search through my channel for Battlefield Bad Company 2. That was kind of the test where I made a toggle sprint like this. And then like here, this is just start press changes to default with a regular press of right mouse, because I kept having the problem, like I was running, and then I would go down sights, and then I would let go, and I would still be in that run set, but he wasn't running. So it just got a little confused, so I had to... so it's like, I'd be running, I'd hold in, this would still be the run set, and I'd let go and click again, and then he wouldn't run, because it was already in the run set. So that's... You will probably... You will never even know that, slight wizardry happening behind the scenes. It was just through my own extensive testing that I came across that slight bug. So now I go down sights, I'm pushing forward, it's actually back to the default set, and then I can run again. And you're just not seeing, the manic flicking back default, back to run, because I took the notifications off. So, okay. So we have full toggle sprint run. I think I covered... just for, let's go in here. So yeah, we went over... well, before I get away from that, just with running, you can also fully squeeze the left trigger to run, which actually works pretty well. I've done that in a few games now. I use that in Squad, and I do that in, I think, Verdun, because they both have that same, like, zoom, shift, hold breath, also run. It ends up working pretty well. Or if you want, the console toggle experience, just use the stick. So I just wanted to mention that you have both. Because the shift is the hold breath on that full trigger. So, and it's a hip fire exclusive, so you can activate the full shift without the aim down sight if you just squeeze it in. Like, that can work pretty well. Like, when you're prone, you just want to run forward a little bit, just fully squeeze it, and then let go, and you're back down. But you could also do that with a stick. That's just... It's not really a redundancy on purpose. It just works out that way. So you have some choices. Hold in, select for scoreboard. Double tap it is going to switch us to the helicopter. We're going to go over that momentarily. I'm going to have to change the map, load some stuff up. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything in here. There's not a full squeeze on the left on the right trigger. I tend to avoid that just because of any... Like, I don't have the problem on the left trigger. But on the right one, when I'm getting into the zone, playing a game, getting frantic, I will tend to over-squeeze. And I'll initiate a full squeeze when I don't really want to. Like, I used to have... like in Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, I had full squeeze as reload, and I'd be inside of a turret, and I would constantly kick myself out of the turret during tense moments because I was squeezing too hard. So that's the reason that I personally I don't usually put a full squeeze on the right trigger. So, okay, we have the double tap for the touch menu. Hold, start, just gives you, return to change your deployment. So, yeah. So let's switch over to helicopters. So, okay, everything's the same so far. I guess one thing I didn't mention while I was going over infantry, it's not really a big deal. Just all of this is based off of default controls. I just rebound right mouse to be a hold instead of a toggle. That is totally just a preference thing, but when I'm using a controller, I would rather have it be a hold. Yeah, for this game, it felt appropriate to have it, because your movement is so handicapped when you're aiming down sights, so I wanted it to be more intentional, so you have to hold it. I did go with advanced flight model for the helicopters, so you have more direct control over the collective, but these are all the defaults. And I also put free look by default, but you can toggle that through a 2-time click of the Alt key. So it's not really a huge deal, but I would strongly push having free look. To me, you kind of need that situational awareness when you're in a helicopter. So, okay. I hold X to get in. So then I'm going to double click, and this you will see a change notifier. boom, we're in heli controls. So okay, in heli controls, that is all the same, which I don't even think you use C or X, so whatever, you can change that. I just kind of left it in there just in case. We have the differences are collective down is left grip, collective up is right grip. So boom and boom, up and down. Hold them, hold each one, and that's it. Now the right one does still have that double click for the touch menu if you want it. Just in case, you know, if you're the pilot and you need to vote on something or whatever, you still have your spot and your social. This is where it gets different. The triggers, this might be a slightly contentious decision, but I go more with the Arma style take on helicopters where yaw in a helicopter is a foot rudder, so it always feels better to me to have those on the triggers. Now the only downside is that the game does not yet have analog controls. I fiddled around with an unofficial controller support, but it wasn't working for me, so we don't have analog controls in here, but I would absolutely recommend that when it comes, and I will update this when they come in. So okay, you got yaw in the triggers. Middle mouse is fire, which is a little weird, but it's in there. Full squeeze would be a primary fire, but for a helicopter, I would rather have it's click and hold. Just click, right pad. Double click is the free look. B enables auto hover. Hold it is still the voice chat toggle. A is to change seat. That is just a cycle between all the numbers. I apologize for the crazy as hell order. That is Steam being Steam. I tried that so many times, I was having issues with it not cycling in the proper order. But they're all in there, so whatever, it works. A long press is undeploy from a helicopter. Everything else, I believe, well, click is still shift, but it's zoom in a helicopter. So I kept, it's like zoom in and fire. So all right, let's try that out. I right grip. And we have gyro is move to. I fiddled around with gyro for the mouse to fly. I don't personally like it. Yeah, we have WASD, and like I said, I would absolutely update this. I fiddled around too with having the right stick be the mouse, but I keep coming back to wanting the free look, so. Just to give you an idea, click, zoom, hold. How am I doing, buddy? But yeah, see, like here, like the triggers, it makes so much more sense to me to have that. But yeah, that's just a preference thing. So hey, I did it. I landed. Are you impressed? Asshole. If you do want to play around with mouse steering, just double click. And now it's locked into the mouse. Yeah, but I prefer to be able to move my head around. Alright, let's see if we can land back here. Back to my default. I asked you how I was doing. That's what you get. So, alright. Let's just hop in here to show you, So that's our alternate fire. And the middle mouse is a machine gun on this. But if you're the gunner, you'd probably just be in the default infantry. So that was cycling through all the seats. I just wanted to show... So we got our missiles and the machine gun. And I click A to change seats. So here, the same, you know, you mouse scroll, click, or you can full squeeze, because remember, the rudders. But again, like I said in the Cobra over there, is that a Cobra? I think it's a Cobra. You know, if you're going to be a gunner, you're probably just going to stay in the infantry set. Start her up. Just want to see, can I do this without killing myself? Do some low ground flying. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Doing better than I thought I would. Yep. Wasn't me. Way to go, Todd. Way to go, you broke it. Believe that is a good, thorough overview of this profile. So yeah, we got all the commands are in there. You can be a commander, be infantry, pilot. We have a toggle sprint run. I know these sorts of videos are they're on the boring side, but they're actually the ones I like making, because I just get to explain all the stuff that's in here, and I kind of like getting on the technical side of profiles and trying to figure out what works the best. Like even this heli set, I know it's not like the Battlefield set at all. I personally hate Battlefield controls for a helicopter. It doesn't make any sense to me that you have yaw on the stick. The stick should be like mimicking a simulation of a helicopter. It's roll and nose forward, nose back. Yaw are your foot pedals. I lean more to the like Arma simulation side for that sort of stuff. But you can change it however you want. It's just to give you an idea of what you can do with this. So yeah, that is Rising Storm 2 Vietnam Steam Controller Profile Overview. Let's see, can I upload this right now? So here we go. It's Buku bindings, infantry plus heli plus command, has it all. Full infantry plus commanding, separate set for flight, has true toggle style sprint, achieved I before E, except after C. That's spelled wrong! It's up there. I'm done fiddling with it. I made it official. So it's probably gonna be down here. Yeah. Down here a bit since I just uploaded it, and I just didn't have time. I was busy with the day job while it was in beta, so it's up there, and hopefully, you know, people will see it. Hopefully it speaks for itself. But if it doesn't, here's a really long effing video explaining everything about it. So now that that's over, I can play the game and upload some gameplay to show you how it works in action, because you know, I stand behind it. It plays pretty well. So all right, that's all I got. I will see you around. A lot of rambling, but I tried to stay on point. Don't think about nipples. Be professional. Hit the tires! Oh, I love this game. Yes, you get it. Yes, I feel it. The energy vibrating. Oh, shit.